Well, speaking of sexism,
Yeah.
I read this story and I had to laugh because it was.
I'm going to tell you, I did not read any of these.
Okay.
I just scanned them because I didn't want to have any reaction.
Sure. Well, apparently, I don't follow tennis at all.
Okay.
I don't know one thing about tennis. I do know those two black sisters.
Yeah, the Williams sisters.
The Williams sisters. That's the only thing I know about women's tennis.
The hot ones are Maria Sharapova and, what was the girl's name before? Anna Kournikova.
Yeah, Anna Kournikova.
Yeah.
And then the Williams sisters.
Yeah. And I always thought Jennifer Capriati was hot.
Yeah.
I think it was because she had a coke habit, and that just meant she was a dirty bitch.
Right.
But anyway.
So I don't follow tennis, and I don't give two shits about it.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, these girls who do play tennis,
Yeah.
they're athletes.
Sure.
They're in good shape. They work out, obviously. They're very toned. They got good figures on them. And
Except Williams sisters.
And because of the nature of the game of tennis,
Mm-hmm.
these girls wear these little skimpy skirt outfits.
Yeah.
You know. And they're very sexy, I guess. I mean, for the most part.
They are.
Yeah. So
Problem is you're not allowed to say that because most of them are like 14.
Well, regardless of that, but the thing is they wear these little panties underneath, and these little short skirts, and they're out there running around, and they're just in good shape. Okay, so from a perspective of attractive females, it's hard as a man not to look at these these athletes and go, wow, she's got a kick-ass body, wow, check it out.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So apparently there's a tennis star, Eugenie, Eugenie. Eugenie?
Okay.
Did you say that?
I guess.
Bouchard. Eugenie Bouchard.
Eugenie Bouchard. Okay.
That's her name.
Don't know her.
Is asked to twirl.
Twirl?
Like spin around for me. Yeah, like spin around for me.
Okay.
It sparks a sexism dispute.
Who asked her?
Well, I'm going to read the story.
Okay.
After winning a second round match at the Australian Open, women's world tennis number 7, Eugenie Bouchard, was asked to twirl by a reporter. A twirl like a pirouette. Here you go. She happily complied, showing off her neon pink and yellow dress. So this reporter said, hey, could you twirl for me?
Why not?
It was very unexpected, she said in her post-match press conference. I don't know. An old guy asking you to twirl? It was funny.
What's wrong with that?
Wow. It's just like you're sexualizing this girl, asking her to twirl.
Holy shit, is she hot, though?
While in the Wimbledon runner-up reacted appropriately, if a little awkwardly, the interviewer, Ian Cohen, a tennis commenter on Tennis Australia, has been blasted for sexism.
Come on, why?
Because he was, he was not focusing on her accomplishments and her achievements as a trained athlete. He was just looking at her like she could be on a stripper pole.
Yeah. No one gives a fuck that she can hit a little green ball?
Well, apparently, if you're in the tennis world, that is an important aspect of the game.
No. Let's just break this down to the reality of life.
I knew this was going to get this. I knew this was going to be a good story to bring to the show.
Let's get to the reality in the world. There's not a man that doesn't suck cock that cares about women's tennis, about the actual sport of women's tennis.
You're right about that.
No guy wants to watch it. As a matter of fact, no guy really wants to watch men's tennis since Bjorn Borg retired.
Yeah, tennis to me, that
it's boring.
it's like watching golf.
It very much so.
Yeah, it's just
but
nothing.
But at least in golf, the shots change. Let's face it, if you've ever watched tennis, now I grew up watching tennis. I grew up playing tennis. So I know a little something about tennis. Tennis is boring as shit to watch on TV. It's way more boring when the women play. Reason? Because they don't hit the ball as hard and they just volley and volley and volley and volley. And it's just fucking hit it to the back line. Then she returns it to the other back line. Then she returns it to the other back line. It's boring as fuck.
Right.
But if you put a hot chick playing, that's fucking watchable.
And a skimpy little suit.
Absolutely.
Right.
If you put a hot chick in a skimpy suit playing and she's making the grunting noise a little bit, you can really get into some fucking women's tennis because you can absolutely envision in your mind banging this chick from behind and that's the exact noise she makes when you are fucking railing her.
Right. But see, now you're sexualizing it.
Yes, I am, because to sit there and watch and worry about her fucking backstroke, fuck you. I'm changing the channel and I'm off to fucking House of Cards or something.
You're just a piggish man.
Yes, like every other man on the planet. Any guy that fucking enjoys women wants to fuck a tennis player.
Right.
Sure don't want to watch them do their job.
Right.
No. There's no real heterosexual men. There's not a heterosexual man on the planet that watches tennis and doesn't want to fuck one of the female tennis players.
Sure, absolutely.
That's a lie. That is a lie if they say otherwise.
Right.
I guarantee you, and I know you're going to read it in a minute, anybody that's bitching about this either sucks cock or sucks cock, man or woman. But that's the only person that's ever going to complain. The chick happily did it. Happily fucking is fine with the guy saying, yeah, you're hot.
Yeah, twirl around for me.
Go ahead. And she said, okay, sweetheart.
Yeah, let me see that little skirt rise up and let me see your tight little panties.
Yeah, of course.
Gripping your nice tight buttocks.
What's wrong with that? She could have said no. If it was you know when it would be a sexist thing? If she said no and he kept doing it.
Right.
You know, it's that all these fucking chicks with they want to be equal, they want to be, fuck you. Fuck you. You want to be equal? Then don't expect dick from any of us.
Right.
Don't expect us to be nice to you, open a fucking door, buy your goddamn drink, or fucking buy you a meal. Be equal. When me and Neeley get together, I don't buy Neeley food. He don't buy me food. That's not how it works. We're independent.
Right.
You know, if you want to be treated like a chick, then act like one.
Right.
And understand what it is that we as guys want. And what we as guys want is to fucking either see a hot chick or bang a hot chick. Period.
Yeah. That's funny that you actually use that terminology, getting back to that Eliza Schlesinger.
Yeah.
Because she goes through that whole list of things, what she knows guys like and what guys don't like.
Okay.
So she was talking about, when you go out on your first couple of dates with your new dude, you can't bring a big purse with you. You have to carry a little clutch bag because guys don't like big purses. And you got to keep your hair long because guys don't like short hair. And you got to dress a certain way because guys don't want you wearing your frumpy clothes.
Right.
So it's funny because she goes through this whole list. They know what you like and what you don't like.
Right.
They know it already.
They know. They're trying to set their precedent.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to the story, not surprisingly, a conversation started brewing on social media where everybody has a say.
All right, bring in the white knights.
Right. Where many are saying that the professional athlete deserves better.
Why? What makes them more special than anybody else?
Because they've achieved, man. They've achieved.
They play a fucking sport. They hit a ball with a fucking stick.
Well, you're not out there hitting the ball with the stick. They have achieved.
So what? They haven't achieved dick. They've not achieved anything. They play a fucking sport. It's the same as I feel about these fucking rock stars. Just because they wrote songs that we like doesn't make them special.
Right.
Just means they wrote songs that we like.
Sure.
That's it.
And others calling the interaction cringeworthy. One person even asked, is this tennis or the Hunger Games? Serena Williams was also asked to spin around. Her 2 cents, a commenter asking me to twirl. I wouldn't ask Rafa Nadal or Roger Federer. I don't know who that is. Are those tennis players?
Roger Federer is. I'm assuming the other guy is, too.
I don't know who they are. To twirl.
So?
Whether it's sexist or not, I don't know. I can't answer that.
Hold on. It doesn't matter what she thinks.
Well, she's the top tennis queen, and goddammit, her opinion matters.
No, it doesn't. If she wouldn't do it, well, that's the end of it. I would do it, and her opinion is no different than mine.
Right.
You know, was it sexist when I jokingly asked Lizzie Hale to marry me? Would that be considered sexist?
I don't know that that's a sexist thing. Now, if you more or less just flat out asked her to fuck you, I don't know. Maybe that's a sexist thing. I'm not sure.
We'll find out this summer.
The blatant display of sexism comes at a time when women are very loudly speaking against inequality in all walks of life. That is equal pay, reproduction rights. Reproduction rights?
All right.
Domestic and sexual violence, to name a few. Specifically, within the fashion world, the Representation Project, an organization that strives to bring to light the injustices created by gender stereotypes. Gender stereotypes?
You've got to be kidding me.
Wants women to be seen more for just their clothes.
In the fashion world.
Yeah.
The fashion world is about the fucking clothes.
Right.
What do they want to be seen for other than the clothes, other than being hot? The clothing is supposed to make them look better.
Right.
That is the reason that they fucking design this shit. Okay, if they want to do that, how about if we shut down Victoria's Secrets, Christian Dior, shut them all down, and just come out with the Kmart line of fucking sweats?
Well, it's not that. Just get a burlap sack and cut out a neck hole and armholes and just say, wear that.
The Muslims got it right.
Yeah.
Burkas for all you bitches.
Right.
Then you'll all be treated the same. Nobody will have a fucking difference of how you look from anybody else.
Nobody will even look at you.
That's right. Put on a burqa, you fucking crybaby cunts.
Right.
Jesus.
Yep. Well, that's funny because she covered that. Eliza Schlesinger covered that too. She's just like, the big rage right now for women's fashion is these women are wearing these yoga pants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And she says, these yoga pants, these women are wearing these very tight, form-fitting yoga pants. They're like painted on. So they make my ass look great, but don't you dare look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
But it makes my ass look great, but don't you be looking at me.
Yeah, it shows guys what they'll be staring at.
Right.
If they get behind her to bang her.
Sure.
That's exactly what yoga pants do.
Right.
They're form-fitting to the fucking ass crack.
Yeah, don't look at me, though.
Yeah, don't you dare.
Don't you dare stare.
Fucking cunts.
In 2013, they launched the Ask Her More campaign, a project that encourages journalists to talk to women more than about what they're wearing. We want to get to know you. What's your favorite color?
Yeah. How do you feel about world hunger?
Right.
What the hell?
There have been recent improvements on the red carpet, but it sounds like sports commentators need to get a refresher on what it is and it isn't appropriate on the court. For now, they should leave the twirling to the ballerinas.
Oh, my God.
So this reporter asked her to twirl for him.
I mean, that's not necessarily great. I'm not saying that he's right by doing that. But if she didn't care, then who gives a shit?
I know, but I just love the absurdity of the story.
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Twirl for me.
Yeah.
Hey, could you spin around for me?
Just give me a little spin.
Yeah. Now that you just come off the court, I might even catch a little whiff.
Yeah, exactly. Bob Leather knows all about that.
I love it. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Now, this is something I can get behind.
Right.
I think I'm fully behind the idea of asking female athletes deep questions. And I'll tell you why. Because we need to hear their opinions. That way we can know for sure that they're just as ignorant and stupid as the male athletes.
Exactly.
That's true. There's truth to that.
Really. It's not even a... You don't look for deep insight from athletes. It's a great day. It's a red letter day when you find something that sounds halfway decent from an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a quote from a male athlete and he doesn't sound like a complete buffoon, then like, hey, that guy's pretty smart, and he's really only just average smart.
Right. That is true.
So I'm fully backing the idea of asking women these same deep questions, so we can learn how average intelligent they really are.
Sure.
Because they're athletes, they're not scholars. What do you want from me?
Yeah, and sadly, most of them are scholars. Though they have degrees.
Oh well, okay. If you say so, you follow these things.
What, athletes? They definitely, most of them went through college to play
Oh,
sports.
of course. Somebody did for them.
Right, to play sports.
Which reminds me, Super Bowl coming up. Last year, all the hype was about what a trash-talking, ignorant thug Richard Sherman must be because he talks trash on the field.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, the week before the Super Bowl, everybody's, oh, is Richard Sherman a good role model for children? What the fuck? He's an athlete. If you're looking for a role model for children and you're looking to an athlete, you're stupid.
Yeah? Well, yeah.
And then 6 months later, it's Ray Rice punching out his check in an elevator, and it's, well, Richard Sherman didn't seem so bad just for being a trash talker.
There's always somebody worse.
Yep.
Sure. But the will you twirl for me reminds me of the former governor of Maryland several years ago. He was probably 80 years old at the time, and kind of a hated figure as the governor of Maryland back in the 80s. But he's been out of public office for a while, but he was still sort of had his hand in and did different things. If you'll pardon the expression, had his hand in. So he's at some public function, and he asks the waitress. The waitress walks away, and he calls her back, and she says, "What did you want?" Or she asked him what he wanted, and he said, "No, nothing. I just wanted to watch you walk away again." Why, you dirty old creep.
Yeah. Bastard.
Ugh, yuck.
Oh, well, guys
That
will
is
be
all.
guys will be guys.
I guess, even when they're 80 years old,
That's-
everybody hates them.
That's true.
That is all. Fuck you, pal.
Difference is, if you treat chicks the same, like if let's use that example about the chick at the bar,
Right.
okay? You don't go to bars that often, right?
No, very, very rare.
Okay. If you go to the bar, so you're probably a good example on this. Not a great one. I would be a great one as a bar fucking frequenter. If you go to the bar and hot chick takes care of you, fucking, and I don't mean takes care of you, doesn't fucking blow you under the fucking bar.
Doesn't give you a handy in the parking lot.
Oh, but if she just keeps your cup filled,
Sure, she's attentive.
she's attentive and she's hot, she's going to get a good tip.
Right, absolutely. But that's why they do it, because the good ones know that there's a good tip more often than not in it for them.
Now, if a dude is working the bar, does the same service, same exact service level, less of a tip. True?
You know, it really depends. I mean, yeah, I would imagine that the girl has the edge where the guys are concerned.
Yeah.
But I've had waiters who were very good waiters.
But I'm not saying better. I'm saying exactly the same. I'm saying not even a food guy. Just keeps your cup full, keeps your beer full.
Yeah, I may not be as generous. Yeah, that's true. True. Yes.
That's the point. Chicks want to be even. They'll be the first ones bitching when the tips go down, saying, well, these guys don't give us our fair share anymore. Well, no, we're giving you exactly your fair share. You don't want your fair share. Chicks want to be, 99% of chicks that are hot want to be fucking rewarded for being hot.
That's true. Absolutely.
And when you treat them normal, they get all fucking... Every chick that's hot that you don't treat like she's hot has a self-confidence problem.
See, again, you're definitely going to have to watch this, Eliza.
It's like I wrote it.
Yeah, because she said that she went out with a guy.
Yeah.
And she was pretty confident that at the end of the night of their first date that there was going to be a kiss.
Okay.
And he pecked her on the cheek and she felt so rejected. You're going to have to hear her thing. And it's just like, you know, I've never experienced that kind of rejection in my life and how deflating it was. Because we chicks don't get rejected. We reject you.
Yeah, well, tough. They think that.
Well, that was her spiel, you know, that was her shtick.
Right.
That because you guys will whip it out for everybody and anybody who wants to suck it.
Yeah.
But for us chicks to be rejected, how dare you?
Ugh.
You know?
Really?
Yeah, well, you're going to have to watch it because she did make a lot of good points. Like I said, it wasn't ha-ha, bust-up funny.
Right.
But she did make a lot of good points. I was just like, holy shit. Hearing this come from a woman, it's just like, thank God one of these chicks actually revealed it and granted, she's a comedian, so you know she did it in a comedic fashion, but the fact is she was basically laying it out there.
Right. I just think overall, most chicks they want everything. They want the fucking attention, but they don't want you to acknowledge that that's why you're giving them attention.
Right.
That's really what they want.
All the benefits, none of the obligations.
Exactly. Give me everything, but don't expect me to fucking suck your dick as a reward.
Right.
Fuck you. That's what we're paying for, and y'all better accept it because that's what we're paying for.
Right.
Nobody's taking a chick out to dinner for the fucking good conversation. You can have good conversation with a chick at dinner, but that's not what we're doing. Let's just be real. Right?
Exactly.
If we're single and we're going out, we're trying to buy our way into the fucking other side of the fucking pants. That's what we want. We'll have some good conversation with you. We'll talk about whatever. We'll enjoy spending time with you. But ultimately, we want to fuck you. It's the way it is.
Right.